a voiceover video. If you feel uncomfortable, then you can mute it. It's a boy and boy fan fiction. If you are homophobic, kindly leave. Remember, it's just a fan fiction. Don't take it serious. And if I do any mistake in voiceover, then please forgive me. And the 1 week passed, but Jimin didn't contact Yoongi in this 1 week. Yoongi was worried and upset. He couldn't deny that Jimin's absence was bothering him, but he didn't want to disturb him, thinking that he was on a vacation, not knowing the truth.
Should I ask Thaiyong again? He must have told Jimin to inform me about him. Then, what's happening with him?
Yoongi dialed Thaiyong's number. On the other side, Jungkooka, stop! It's tickling me. I'm just kissing you. Yeah, stop it. Let me pick the call. Don't. Just focus on me, baby. Stop, you pervert. He finally holds his phone and looks at the caller ID. His smile instantly drops, wearing a serious layer on. Jungkook too stops when finds Thaiyong in a serious mode. What should we do, Hope? Who is it? Yoongi Hyung. Didn't Jimin talk to him? I asked him to, but I guess he didn't. Then just pick up the call and make an excuse. I already gave an excuse last time, but he'll surely doubt if I again did that. And it's been 1 week already. What should I do? Just pick up the call and say that you're outside. With a nervousness in his voice, he picks up the call and puts it on speaker. On the call. Hi, Young.
Hi Thaiyong. Sorry to disturb you, but I need you to know about Jimin. Did you ask him to message me? Because he didn't contact me.
Maybe he forgot. We were just enjoying, so maybe.
That's okay. Can you tell me when are you coming back? He told it's 1 week vacation.
Actually, Young. Just then, he heard the doorbell on the other side of the call.
Wait Thaiyong, someone is on the door.
Yoongi walked towards the door and opened it only to find Jimin. His heart felt a relief, seeing him there in front of his eyes after a week. His lips mumbled his name that was enough to land in Thaiyong's ear on the other side of the call. Without wasting more time, Yoongi pulled Jimin in a tight hug, like it was the only way to live. But surprisingly, Jimin didn't hug him back. He was standing there like a statue that cannot feel anything, but deep down, he was feeling a different kind of pain in his heart. Pulling out of the hug, Yoongi looked at Jimin with a visible worry in his eyes that was demonstrating how much he waited for Jimin.
Why you didn't contact me, Jimin? Do you know how much I got worried?
Jimin was just standing there blankly, with no expressions on his face, like he was just observing him. I'm tired. I want to sleep. He walked in with his luggage. Yoongi was a bit confused by Jimin's silence. He held his wrist, making him stop there.
Are you okay? Did something happen? Did anyone trouble you?
I want to sleep. He said slowly and walked towards his room after releasing his hand from Yoongi. Yoongi again was confused because Jimin was supposed to go in their bedroom, but he walked towards his bedroom instead.
You are supposed to go in that room, Jimin.
I want some time alone, he said without looking back and walked in his room. Jimin ignored Yoongi the next 4 days and stayed in his room. Yoongi knew there must be something bothering him, but he didn't want to bother him in any way, so he decided to be quiet until Jimin speaks anything by his own. Young, Mo, why don't you talk to Van? I said it coming here now. Go and talk to her. Hobie's eyes met with Ryan's and a shiver ran down his spine. A moment flashed in his mind as he had the eye contact. Ryan immediately left from there, breaking the eye contact. Thaiyong and Jungkook confusedly look at them. Did something happen in between you? Annie. He sipped his coffee and tried to forget that episode happened in the library with Ryan. Flashback. Hobie stands up from the chair and walks towards the bookshelf to grab a book. It's Ryan's usual place to study as the library is always silent and empty. And now, it became his favorite place also as Ryan used to take him here with her. She herself comes here but not with Hobie anymore. He sighs and starts to look for the book in the shelf. His eyes travel on Van, who was also standing there looking for a book in the next shelf. Hobie unknowingly walks to that shelf and finds her bending down while looking for a book. She picks that book up in her hand and stands up looking at the book. She bumps into Hobie, who was standing just there. Her feet stumble and she closes her eyes to feel the pain in her back. But before she could fall, Hobie grabs her by pulling her hand. The sudden pull made them both disbalanced and Vine landed on Hobie. Widening the eyes, both realized that their lips just collided with each other like feather touches the ground falling from the sky. Their hearts enchanted the melody of unspoken words they could now put into words. Pulling herself back from the clasp of the prepotent man whom she was laying on, she adjusted herself to look normal, but her heart was pounding like a ball bound from the ground. Hobie too stood there with a timorous look, gulping his saliva down to his dry throat. Um, are you okay? I didn't mean to do anything like that. You stole my first kiss. Her lips muttered as she touched them with her fingers. Listen, man, it wasn't a kiss. It was just an accidental touch. It maybe doesn't matter to you, but it matters to me. Before he could say further, Vine ran from there, for he sighed heavily as it was making him bothered, and now this thing happened in between them. It was accidental, but he felt everything deep inside his heart, which he couldn't say to her. Flashback end. Are you even here, Young? Huh? He snapped back at the present and shook his head as no with a soft smile. By the way, where is Jimin? He didn't show up. You said he came? Came but said that he needs some time. He will join us again. What exactly he found her? He said he will tell when it's the right time. Is he alright? He was sounding low, but I know he's strong. Time skips at night. Yoongi walked in Jimin's room silently. It was dark with the dim light of the table lamp falling on the figure laying on the bed. Yoongi slowly stepped towards him and found him sleeping. He sat on the bed beside him, reaching his hand on his head.
I wish I could tell you everything, Jimin. I didn't know everything would turn like this. I just want to apologize for everything, for hiding the truth, for hurting you, and for everything. I wish it was easy. I just want you to be happy.
He spoke in a hushed tone and placed his lips on his forehead with a tender nudge and left in his room, closing the door quietly. Here Jimin opened his eyes and tears left them. He wasn't sleeping, just pretended like he was sleeping. He wiped his tears while sitting there. After almost an hour, Jimin twisted the knob of Yoongi's room and entered inside. Without thinking, he climbed on the bed beside Yoongi. That made him sit up immediately. He turned on the lamp and gazed beside only to find Jimin, who was about to lay there.
Jiminy, are you okay?
He hummed with a nod.
Why are you here at this hour? Have you had a nightmare?
Annie,
Then,
I just wanna sleep with you. I was missing you.
then, why you didn't come earlier? Why you slept in that room alone?
I was just thinking about something.
What is it? Is something bothering you?
Something was bothering me, but now I have made my mind.
What was bothering you? But you decided.
I want to be with you, Young. Yoongi's heart skipped a beat as Jimin's word hit his ear. His one word felt like heaven to him. Young. I was confused if I should love you or not, but I'm already in love with you, Young. Yoongi blinked his eyes when found Jimin smiling genuinely. Can you promise me one thing, Young? Huh? Promise me that you'll be with me till the end.
I'll always be there for you, Jimmy.
Without a word further, Jimin hugged him tightly while wrapping his arms around his waist. Yoongi too embraced him in his arms around his waist, pulling him more closer. Both felt like they were breathing after a long time, and that hug was the only way to survive. Soaking up the warmth of the hug, the hearts were playing a tender melody in a scene. Hearts filled with the emotions that were hard to put into words, and they could sense it. Pulling out of the hug after a while, both eyes gazed each other with a soft, pink blush on the cheeks that was still visible in that lamplight.
You should sleep now.
Can I sleep cuddling with you?
Huh? But
Without letting him complete his words, Jimin pulled him holding his hand. Yoongi's heart pounded when Jimin hugged him, resting his head against his chest and wrapped his waist with his hand. Jimin whispered while closing his eyes. I'm your husband, Young, ain't I? So please hug me. You have all the right. Yoongi thought for some seconds and wrapped Jimin in his arms, who adjusted more closer to him. Both cuddled until they drifted into their dreamland. Almost 1 month passed like this. Here at one side, Yoongi and Jimin were coming closer. They were spending a quality time together, sometimes bickering, sometimes laughing, and sometimes some moments turned serious when they were too close to each other. Holding themselves back, they were giving each other time to understand their actual selves. The intimacy of their touches through eyes was more wild than the physical touch they were having. On the other side, Hobie and Vine didn't talk or see each other after that incident. Hobie wanted to clear everything with her, wanted to confess, but he knew Vine wouldn't listen to him. Why do you call me here, Ty? It's important, Vine. Can you please be straight with the statement? Why aren't you talking to Hobie Young? Uh, it's a personal matter. I already cleared him everything. Then what about us? We are rich too, but you didn't push us away. Yes, we're just friends, she said, almost yelling at them. Then who is Jung Ho Suk to you? Vine went silent and slapped herself internally for bursting out it. Tell us, Vine, who is he to you? Isn't he a friend? He is, but I, I just don't want to explain why. I, she bit her bottom lip while looking away when her eyes fell on Hobie and Jimin, who just entered in the room while laughing. They paused as they found Vine. Both hold their eyes together and broke the eye contact. I should leave, she said and walked past Hobie and Jimin. Hobie internally sighed and walked towards Echo. Why did she leave? We were asking her why she is ignoring Hobie Young. You should haven't made her uncomfortable asking anything like that. Young. Then what she said? She has feelings for Hobie Young. What? Both exclaimed with wide eyes. Did she say that? She didn't confirm it, but her words mean that. You are assuming it, Ty. What can be the meaning that we are her just friends, but you are not? I think she has feelings for you, Young. I don't know. Young, cannot you understand it? Her eyes tell that she has feelings for you. Why don't you confess to her now? I don't go and confess already, Young, he said, pushing him outside of the room. I just go, Young. Hobie left from there when a sigh left his mouth. He knew where Ken Vine, so he also walked there. Here, Vine is sitting on the bench beneath the shadow of the tree when air is kissing on her skin. She sighs deeply and closes her eyes, looking up at the sky. She opens her eyes when feels someone's presence there. Looking beside, her heart pounds loudly. Again, they have an eye contact. She tries to stand up, but feels Hobie's hands on her. He is looking straight and tightens his grip over her hand. Cannot we be friends like before, Vine? He says and turns his head to look at her. I don't want this friendship. And why so? Cannot you understand, Hobie? She stands up, pulling her hand back. Why are you making me weak? Why are you showing this sympathy, this pity? I don't need it. Why so obsessed with the thought that I'm doing it out of sympathy? Why cannot we be friends? I don't care what's your family background, Vine. I just want us to be friends. And it's talking me up, Jung Ho Suk. You're doing it because you think me as a friend, but it's not the same. I have feelings for you, not just as a friend, but as a man. Tears escapes from her eyes, and Hobie looks at her, trying to process what he just heard. And you're making me weak. Every time, every day, every hour, every minute, every second I'm falling for you, and it's bothering me because I cannot help it despite knowing you don't feel the same. And I'm sorry, I cannot be friends with you because more I'll stay with you, more I'll fall for you. I think it's enough reason to not to be with you. I'm sorry if I hurt you confessing this all, but it was the only option. Phoebe's eyes become numb as she confesses her feelings. A vibrant of happiness runs in his heart. Wine wipes her tears and walks but halts on the place when feels two arms wrapped her body in between them. A shiver runs through her body when she realizes that it's none other than Hobie. She feels him snuggling her head into her nape, and the touch gives her goosebumps all over her body. Her voice stuck there when she wanted to speak. Thanks for confessing your feelings, Ryan. But you cannot go anywhere without listening what I feel for you. Hobie, just leave me. Hobie turns her around and holds her shoulder. Why do you think I don't feel the same? Any reason? Any reason you gave me to not to fall for you? What? I love you, Ryan. How can it be possible? You love Jimin, don't you? What? Yes, I do love him, but then why are you saying that you love me? Are you cheating on him? What? Cheating on him? Why would I cheat on him? I heard you saying that you love him in that party and now you are saying you love me? Wait, do you think there's something in between us? Don't you have? Wait. He pulls out his phone and dials Jimin's number, who picks up immediately. On the phone. I love you, Jimin. What? Young, are you serious? I told you to confess to why, not to me. Did you confess or not? If today you came without confessing, Sakuk and I are going to beat the shit out of you. He cuts the call and Hobie looks at Ryan, who becomes speechless. I'm sorry, I thought those rumors are not always the reality, Ryan. And did you hear those rumors after I confirmed you my girlfriend? And why would I say something like that out of the blue? Do you even know for how long I waited to confess to you? For almost 1 year, Ryan. What? How? Do you think I met you first time when I saved you that evening? No, Ryan. I knew you for a long time when I joined this college. I found you interesting and slowly I fall for you, but I didn't have the courage to start a conversation. I used to look at you from far. I used to wait for you at that bus stand, and that evening you were late, so I decided to look for you at your workplace. Then I found you there and helped you. I talked to you first time. Ryan's eyes became teary as Hobie told her everything. She felt bad because she misunderstood him. She hugged him tightly when tears left her eyes. Hobie immediately embraced her with a smile, feeling her warmth. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hurt you. Hobie made her look up, cupping her face in his hand, and wiped her tears. Silly. Why are you crying over this thing? Your tears are so precious. Don't waste them like this. Did you forgive me? She asked with numb eyes, looking in his eyes who smiled wryly. I was never angry or upset with you. I was just upset because you thought I was doing everything out of pity. I'm sorry. So, Kim Ryan, now I'm Jung Ho-suk asking you if you accept me as your boyfriend. Ryan nods her head as yes while smiling. Yes, I accept you as my boyfriend, Jung Ho-suk. Hobie giggles, so does Ryan. And if you think I'll leave you, then let's just go to my house and I'll introduce you to my parents. Anya, I don't want to. Wait, do you think they won't accept you? Anya, I just want to be independent first. Hobie cups her face in his hands and places a kiss on her forehead when she blushes. Hobie chuckles, looking at her pink nose and cheek. Just a forehead kiss made you blush like this. I wonder if I go further. Her cheeks turn more pink when she realizes what Hobie means. She walks to leave when Hobie pulls her by her hand and grabs her in between his arms, holding her waist. She puts her hands on his shoulder to maintain the distance. What are you doing? Hobie touches the hair falling on her forehead behind her ears lovingly. She gulps as his fingers touches her forehead. He leans closer to her ear and says softly, I won't go further without your consent, my love. He says and looses his hold over her waist Then she backed off a little, but her heart was still beating faster. Yoongi holds her tiny hands in his big one and walks from there when she is just amazed by his sudden bold behavior. But she loved when he kissed on her forehead. She loved because the man holding her hand respects her and cares about her concerns. Time skip. So you were thinking we were dating or something. The thing happened like that. Things didn't happen like that, man. You were just overthinking. I'm sorry, Jimin. I misunderstood you. You believed those rumors, didn't you? And I heard you saying that you both love each other, so of course I do love Obi-Wan, right, Young? But I already love Ryan. Don't forget that I already belong to someone else. Do you have a boyfriend, Jimmy? Boyfriend? No, it's more than that. Vine confusedly looked at him. Don't mind him. He is weird. Why don't you come to my house, Vine? I'll let you meet that someone. I would like to, but it depends on her if she wants to or not. Vine, will you come to my house? Of course, she said with a smile. Okay, done then. You all are coming to my house tomorrow for a dinner. Maybe we won't be coming, Jimmy. Where? Actually, we already have a plan. Oh, that's totally fine. Enjoy your date. Next evening,
Who is coming, Jimin?
Hobi Young and his girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend?
He asked her out just yesterday
Then why they are coming here?
because I want her to introduce to you.
Why me though?
Because she thought that Hobi Young and I were dating.
What?
That's why I thought of introducing her to you.
But why would she think about you two dating?
Jimin looked at him with dun eyes while crossing his arms over his chest. Don't get jealous.
Who said I'm jealous?
Your eyes.
You.
Don't get jealous.
Who said I'm jealous?
Your eyes.
You.
The doorbell rings and Jimin smiled while getting up. He welcomed them in and asked them to be seated. Jimmy, here take it. What is it? I came first time here so I didn't know what should I bought so I just bought these chocolates for you. Silly. But thanks, I love chocolate. He took the chocolate box from her hand when she smiled. Wait, I'll be back. He came in the kitchen where Yoongi was already standing. His eyes fell on the box in Jimin's hand.
What is it?
Chocolate. Hobby Hung bought for me. He said to tease Yoongi.
Give me the box.
Well, it's for me. He teased him more. Yoongi came closer to him and snatched the box from his hand. Yeah, what's this behavior? He tried to take it back, but Yoongi raised his hand up.
I also want to eat.
You cannot. It's for me. He tiptoed and tried to snatch it from his hand, but rather landed on him. Yoongi immediately wrapped his one arm around his waist to balance when his back touched the counter. Yoongi's one hand was still in the air. Meanwhile, Jimin's hands were resting on Yoongi's shoulder. Their bodies were pressed with each other as Jimin was almost hovering on Yoongi. Both posed as their eyes met, which were holding unspoken countless feelings. The blooming hearts of theirs were casting their emotions through the windows of their shining orbs. The composing breeze falling on the surface of their skin was composing their solitude brazenly. But some fading voices bore them back from their world. Slowly, Jimin backed off from Yoongi and stood there avoiding eye contact. So did Yoongi. With a gulp, Jimin left the living room, taking the tray. Putting on a smile, he put the tray in front of them, but there was still a blush on his cheeks visible, casting his inner feelings. I'm sorry, I took too long. It's totally fine. Are you okay? Well, you are all red. I, I was in the kitchen, so he said, touching his cheeks with a nervous smile. Where is Young? He must be coming. Is that the same person you want to introduce to me? Just wait, he will come. Are you living in with him? I know, I don't need to be in a living relationship with him. He uttered with a smile. What do you mean? Before she could get anything, Yoongi walked there. Jimin stood and walked towards him. Hyung, meet Kim Van, my college friend and also Hyung's girlfriend. She said hi politely. And Van, he is Min Yoongi, my husband. He spoke with a wide smile. Van went surprised. What? He? Are you married? It's been 5 months.
Jimin,
Yes, Hyung.
did you just
What, Hyung? Do you gonna deny that you are husband?
Annie, excuse me for a moment.
He excused himself from there when Jimin again sat on the couch. What happened to him? Nothing, Hyung. Let's have some drink. After some time, Yoongi again joined them and they had their dinner together. Time skipped after 5 months. The closeness in between Yoon Min increased by time. They didn't know how they came too close to each other that they cannot live without each other now. They accepted each other the way they are. In meantime, Jimin completed his graduation and started working in Yoongi's restaurant. Yoongi wanted him to find a better job, but Jimin wanted to be close to Yoongi, so he joined his restaurant. Jimin wanted to show Yoongi his love in every way possible. Jimin never hesitated to show him how much he loved him, though the confession in between them never was the issue. Jimin knew Yoongi loves him and it's not a big deal if he confesses it or not. He knew one day or someday Yoongi will confess and he will wait for that day. Both laid on the bed beside each other. Yoongi turned his face towards Jimin and made the eye contact. Jimin gave a slight smile, eye gazing him. Won't you sleep, Young?
I'm not feeling like sleeping.
Jimin put his hand on his head and stroked his hair softly. Slowly, he cupped Yoongi's face with his one hand, eye gazing him, and pierced his cheek with his thumb. It was cozy dark with the moon shining bright through the window that was captivating a charm to fill the room with a comfort. Rays landing on their faces, hearts beating innocence and eyes holding unspoken emotion, confessing it through the glitter shining in them. Letting his intuitions win, Jimin bridged the gap in between them and let his lips meet with Yoongi's with his closed off, feeling the moment. Yoongi was just processing what Jimin was doing. Blinking his eyes, he gazed at Jimin's closed eyes. The touch of his lips felt like it touched his soul. As Jimin pulled out, opening his eyes, Yoongi sat there in an instant, so did Jimin.
Why you did that?
Cause I love you, Young.
Are you out of your mind, Jimin? Do you know what you just did?
Jimin smashed his lips onto Yoongi's, pulling him closer by his t-shirt before he could complete his sentence. He slowly moved his lips like a candy with closed eyes. Soon Yoongi gave up and moved his lips in a sense with him. He pulled Jimin by his waist on his lap and deepened the kiss more. Jimin left his t-shirt and wrapped Yoongi's neck with his arms, stroking his hair. After a good search, both pulled out heavily breathing with closed eyes, huffing for air. Finally, opening their eyes, they again made the eye contact. Jimin's arms were still around Yoongi's neck and he was on his lap. He smiled at him with his eating up cheek. I love you, Young. Only you. I know you won't confess now, but I'll wait for your confession. He said and gave a peek on Yoongi's forehead, who was still stunned by the moment just happened. It was a lie if he would say that he didn't like the kiss. He denied that he didn't want it to happen again and again. How he could deny when the whole dreaming is an addiction. After some days, Nirvine is standing waiting for Hobby to come as he asked her to meet him urgently. She couldn't deny as she was missing him. After their college ended, they barely got time to meet with each other as both went busy. Soon Hobby reached there and saw Vine standing. He slowly walked towards her and embraced her from behind. She already knew who hugged her as Hobby does it every time, and she loves it when he hugs her from behind. Gives her comfort and makes her heart flutter. He snuggled his nose on her neck and gave a slight peek on it that shivered her up to down. I miss you. I miss you too, Obia. Now leave me. For some more time. I also want to hug you. He turns her around and pulls her into a warm hug, holding her by her waist. She wraps her arms around his neck and tightened the hug, resting her head on his chest, feeling his heartbeat, which she knows beats for her. After a while, they pull out and make an eye contact while smiling widely. Suddenly, Vine gives a slight kick on Hobby's lips and backs off immediately. That leaves him in another shock. He touches his lips and looks at her with shocking, surprised eyes. Did you did you just kiss me? Sorry if you didn't like it. Yes, I didn't like it. How can you do it? She looks at him when her eyes become numb. It was the first time she did something like that, and he didn't like it. I'm sorry, it will not happen again. She turns to leave with a heavy heart, then feels a pull and bumps on a hard surface. She looks up and finds Hobie staring at her. He wraps his arms around her waist and pulls her more closer. I didn't like it because it wasn't even a proper kiss, maybe. She blinks her glossy eyes, looking up at him, who holds her chin slightly and pulls her more closer by her waist. She tiptoes as he is taller than her. He looks in her eyes and leans to kiss her. Let me show you how to do a proper kiss. He whispers near her lips in his deep voice. She closes her eyes as soon as Hobie's lips meet hers. Both move their lips and soon Hobie enters his tongue in her mouth. Their tongues collide with each other, devouring the taste. After a good kissing session, both pulls out, gasping for air. Hobie looks at Vine, who was still sticking to him when her arms were still wrapping his neck. Smiles, looking at her. Did you get how to kiss properly? She breaks the eye contact as her cheeks, nose, and ears turn pink. She looks down and Hobie pulls her into another hug. Time skips after some days. Jimin is sitting in living room, Yoongi beside him, who is almost dozing off. Jimin's phone buzzes and he picks that up. Hey dear. Hi Jimina. You remember tomorrow is the degree distribution ceremony, right? Of course I remember. You'd come, right? Of course, I'll come. That's great. We'll celebrate it at night too. Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. Okay, I need to call Jungkook too. How's going his office? A lot of pressure. He just joined his father's business, but he's doing fine. That's good. We'll meet tomorrow. Yep. Jimin puts his phone back on the table and gazes at Yoongi, who is dozing like a kid dozed off in the class. A chuckle leaves his mouth and he adores Yoongi, who is looking cute while sleeping. He didn't want to wake him up, but it was uncomfortable on the couch, so he softly shakes his shoulder. Yoongi immediately opens his eyes. Sleep on the bed long, you'll get neck pain. Yoongi stands up and walks a little when again Jimin speaks. You'll come with me tomorrow, right?
I remember it's your graduation degree distribution ceremony.
He says and walks in the bedroom and drops his body on it. Next day, Jimin, his friends, and some other students are seen in the ground when they had a group photo. After that, they started taking pictures with their degrees, hats on the head, smiling and giving poses. They all are busy taking pictures. Meanwhile, Yoongi was sitting there alone looking at them, enjoying the moment. Jin notices him and walks to him. Why don't you take the pictures with them?
Young, I'm fine here.
Come on, Yoongi. It's your husband's graduation ceremony. You should cheer him up. He would feel contented. He opens his mouth to say further, but Jin holds his hand and drags him towards him. Take pictures now. Hey Young, come! He drags him in between them and takes pictures. Let me take photos of both of you together, Young. Jimin smiles and stands beside Yoongi, and Taeyong takes some pictures. Don't you have other poses than these boring poses? What should we do more? Come on, Young, you two are couple. Just give some poses. Both look at each other in the eye. Jimin takes some step closer to him and puts his one hand on his shoulder. Meanwhile, the other was holding the DP. He smiles looking at the camera and Taeyong clicks more photos like this. Yoongi puts his one hand on Jimin's wrist finally and pulls him closer. That was enough to make his heart beat faster. Young, pick Jimin up. Ani was fine. Before his mouth could complete the sentence, he found himself in the air. His breath hitched and he looked at Yoongi with wide eyes. Meanwhile, his arms automatically wrapped his knees. Taking more pictures, Yoongi put Simin down on his feet. So, will you join us in the party? Jin Hyung and Nam Jun Hyung will also join.
I would.
His phone rings and he looks at the ID.
Excuse me for a minute. It's urgent.
He says and walks from there to an empty place. Jimin too excused himself and walked behind Yoongi from far. He hid himself well and heard Yoongi talking to someone on the call.
Hi. What?
The person on the other side says something that makes Yoongi zones out for a moment but comes back to his senses after some seconds.
Yes. Why all of a sudden? When? Okay, after 4 days.
He cuts the call. Yoongi walks towards others and takes his leave saying he got something urgent. Jimin could feel the sudden change on Yoongi's face, but he decided to be quiet. Time skips. Yoongi comes in the bar after a call from Taeyong, who tells him that Jimin is in a drunk state. He walks towards them and finds Jimin leaning his head on the counter and mumbling something continuously. Thank God, Long, you came. Please take him with you. He's really bastard. Yoongi nods and taps on his shoulder.
Jiminy?
As Yoongi's voice hits Jimin, he looks up with dizzy eyes and giggles. Long, you came to pick me up?
Let's go, Jimmy.
I knew. First, call me Jiminy baby. Only then I will go. Yoongi looks at others around them who were watching the drama, enjoying that. Yoongi goes closer to him and says softly,
Jimina, let's go. Others are.
call me baby first. He insists like a child. Yoongi sighs as he knows Jimmy won't listen to him, so he hesitatingly says,
Jiminy baby, come, let's go home.
Jimin giggles and others around them were smiling at them. Here, take your baby, he says, spreading his arms for Yoongi to pick him up like a kid does when he sees his mother. Yoongi tries to pick him up in bridal style, but Jimin climbs on him like a koala while wrapping his arms around his neck tightly. Yoongi walks out of there and reaches his car. He tries to make Jimin sit on the seat, but he clings more onto him. Sighing, he walks towards the driving seat with Jimin and carefully sits there. As he starts the car, he feels Jimin's lips on his neck. That makes him stop there.
Jiminy, don't do it.
Let me taste you, Young. He places another kiss on his neck. That shivers him up, giving goosebumps all over his body.
Jimina, just stop it. We need to head back to home.
You are mine, Young. He backs off a little and looks at Youngie in the eye.
Yes, I'm yours, only yours, and always will be yours, Jimina.
He says softly, caressing Jimin's cheeks when all his emotions, feelings were crystal clear in his eyes, and a pain that was painting the canvas of his heart with the brushes of emotions. Jimin smiles, looking at him, and leans to kiss him. Make me yours, love. He whispers against Yoongi's lips with dizzy eyes and places his lips onto Yoongi. Without wasting any second, Yoongi responds to the kiss and kisses him back, cupping his both cheeks. The gentle yet hot sensation captivates them, leading to the world of love, affection, and feelings. As their lips were intimating, they were losing more into that unknown, alluring universe. Every beat of their hearts with moving lips was increasing, molding the aura with the warmth they had for each other. Without caring about the surroundings, like the world around them was fading away, they were losing themselves. Jimin reaches his hands on Yoongi's shirt and starts to unbutton it. He leaves Yoongi's lips and attaches his lips on his skin of the neck, leaving wet kisses biting and sucking while leaving marks on his neck. He moves to Yoongi's collarbone and leaves some kisses there. Yoongi was huffing, feeling sensual as Jimin's lips were crafting a magic on his skin that was casting deep inside his soul. As Jimin moves his lips towards his chest, Yoongi opens his eyes, remembering something.
No, it's not right. He's drunk and I cannot do it.
He somehow stops Jimin from going further. Jimin looks at him with desperate, dizzy eyes. I want you now. I need you. Please, don't stop. He whispers, huffing, while making the eye contact. Let's break this boundary now.
Anu Jimina, you should not hurry. You're really drunk.
I know what I'm doing here.
We can talk about it later when you're sober, Jimina.
Yoongi says, looking in Jimin's eyes, those were showing the pure love for him. He cups his face softly and peeks on his forehead.
Let's just go home, okay?
Jimin drops his head on his shoulder again while hugging him tightly, like he is the only option left to live. After 2 days, Jimin point of view. I walk in the kitchen and see Yoongi preparing breakfast. He is concentrated that he doesn't even notice me. I'm just thinking, how can a man be this much captivating? The charm in him, every day fascinating me towards him. I couldn't stop myself from hugging him from behind. I felt he halted at the moment. I closed my eyes, tightening my grip on him. Why he is so comforting? His aura is making me drown in him every day. Yoongi point of view.
I was cooking when I felt two arms wrapped around me, making my heart go insane. It's him, the most beautiful person I know on the earth, not just by his looks, but by his heart. His presence always makes me feel comfortable like home. I want to hold and adore him every single second. I know I'm addicted to him, his aura, his smile, his presence, and now I cannot ignore it more. But is it worth the fate? Does destiny want it? I hear he said something in a low voice, making my heart flutter.
I love you, Young.
It feels like he just touched my soul. He doesn't say it often, but whenever he says, it gives my heart a comfort I can never put into words. But now, his words are pinching me because I know the reality.
Promise you'll be with me like this, Young.
His words are pinching me even more. I turned him around, holding his hand. Young will always be there for you. I sat, tugging his hair strands behind his ears. I am feeling so heavy deep inside that my eyes are about to shed tears, as holding it back is really so tough now. He wrapped his arms around my neck and leaned to kiss me, but I turned my face to other side because I know this time I'll not be able to hold myself back. He smiled and hugged me. I wonder how he knows me this much, how he can smile when I'm pushing him away. He again uttered against my chest.
You'll be back after 2 days, right?
Yes.
Is it important to go? More than me?
It's urgent. No, Jimin. Not more than you. Nothing is important and precious more than you. How to tell you this?
After having breakfast, Yoongi left. This time, he hugged Jimin himself and placed a kiss on his forehead. Jimin bid him bye and closed the door. Time skips after 2 days. Jimin is in the kitchen preparing dinner. Suddenly, he felt two arms around him, hugging him from behind. He halts on his place and he knows the person very well.
How are you, Jimina?
Jimin holds Yoongi's hand and backs away, looking at him blankly. Yoongi's smile drops as he sees Jimin blank.
What happened, Jimina? Aren't you happy seeing me?
Who are you? He asks, making Yoongi confused, and he tries to cup Jimin's face, but Jimin stops him there.
What are you saying, Jimin? Are you mad at me?
I'm just simply asking, who are you?
I'm Yoongi.
Min Yoongi or Kim Yoongi? Yoongi looks at Jimin with a visible surprise on his face. He zooms out for a moment.
How do you know Min Yoongi?
How wouldn't I know when I'm living with him for almost 1 year, Kim Yoongi? I can recognize his touch, even his breath, his presence, and his heartbeat. He was surprised as hell, wondering how I came to know, right?
Did he tell you?
You have the same resemblance, but you forgot Kim Yoongi, that faces can be same, but not souls. The one with whom I was living was Min Yoongi, not my ex-boyfriend Kim Yoongi.
Jimin, listen.
What's there left to listen, Kim Yoongi? If you never wanted me, then why did that? How could you do that?
Jimin, I didn't have any option. I needed to settle my business there in US and you wanted to marry me. So I just married you and left.
Lies! Again and again you are lying. I was never married to you, Kim Yoongi. Person whom I married was Min Yoongi, your twin brother. The thing is, you never came back to Korea. It was Min Yoongi who came instead of you and married me.
How do you know?
I cannot understand why you did that to me. And now you came back. Why?
Because I love you, Jimin.
Love. How can you lie again and again, Kim Yoongi? And you know what? I don't love you. Or maybe I never did. But I know that I love Min Yoongi.
What are you saying, Jimin? Are you crazy? How can you
He
love?
is my husband, Kim Yoongi. I love him. For first 4 months, I was mistaking him as you, but eventually I fall for him not knowing who he was.
Must be mistaken, Jimin, because we look alike.
But you both are different, Kim Yoongi. My Min Yoongi isn't like you. I fall for him and I didn't stop myself because I knew who he was.
Did you two already slept?
It's a personal matter, Kim Yoongi. You were my ex and he is my husband. And I had in mind if something like that would have happened.
You cannot do that, Jimin.
Cannot? What cannot I do? And why cannot I do when you left me and married someone else there? Yoongi shockingly looked at Jimin, wondering how I know this all, right? When I had a doubt, I went to US to find the truth. And do you know what I came to know more? Flashback, Jimin point of view. 안녕하세요, Annyeong Jimin. Do you know me? Of course I do. Come. She invited me in with a smile. Sit here, and I'm not Miss. I'm already Mrs. Oh, I'm sorry. You look so young. Just then, my gaze went on a picture and I felt like everything turned upside down. My head spun looking at the picture and without caring about anything, I picked that up. Is he Yoongi? Yes, Kim Yoongi, my husband. We married just some months ago. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Shin Hyun Si, now Kim Hyun Si. How can it? Hey Jimin, don't worry. He isn't the person you're thinking. I was confused and shocked as hell, as I couldn't understand anything. He isn't your husband, Min Yoongi. Min Yoongi? Maybe you don't know Kim Yoongi and Min Yoongi are twins. They were separated when their parents got divorced. So Mrs. Min took Kim Yoongi and Mr. Min took Min Yoongi. And he came here in US to live. But Kim Yoongi was in Korea with her mother. But both brothers were in contact. So when my husband wanted to settle here, he asked Yoongi to help him. And he also told me about your love story with his brother, that you both were in long distance relationship and then some months ago you both got married. Kim Yoongi told you this. Isn't it true? You both are married, right? Yes, it's true. Do Min Yoongi, my husband know about you? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe or maybe not. Because when Kim Yoongi and I got married, Min Yoongi was in Korea. For how long you and Kim Yoongi were in relationship? For almost 1 year. You know what? When he came here, he joined my father's company here, and now he himself is handling it now. Oh, that's good. I forgot to ask you. What would you like to have? Actually, I should go now. Why? Won't you meet your brother-in-law? He will be happy seeing you. Ani, I came here for a work, so sort of visiting here. I have a flight tonight, so I need to leave. Oh, I see. I walk a little when my heart is feeling so heavy. My legs are feeling so weak to step further, like I collapse now. I wasn't ready to know this bitter truth. He didn't only lie to me, but to this innocent girl. I cannot even tell her the truth. I looked back at her. Don't tell your husband that I came here. He would feel bad for not meeting him. I'll come to meet you too with my husband. Okay, have a nice journey. And see you soon. Flashback end. That's so selfish of you, Kim Yoongi. You cheated on me, made me marry your brother, and married someone else instead. And now calling me selfish for loving my own husband. And how can you cheat on two persons at the same time? You lied to her that Min Yoongi and I were in relationship.
I, I didn't have any option, Jimin. I wanted to settle there, so
So you married her. Just wow.
can can we solve it, Jimin?
I'm already married, Kim Yoongi, and I love my husband, so does he.
He doesn't love you, Jimin.
Who said? We were all the time together, Kim Yoongi. Even if he says he doesn't love me, I won't believe because his eyes, his actions already told me how much he loves me. I cannot cheat on him, not even in my dreams. And how can you be so cheap, Kim Yoongi? You have a wife and you're asking me to be with you. Have you thought about her? She loves you. How can someone be so heartless? First you cheated on me and now you want to do the same with her?
I'm sorry, Jimin.
He says looking down. Ask sorry to your wife, Kim Yoongi. Now tell me where is my Yoongi?
He
He what?
he is going to leave Korea.
What? But the
He he was staying with you until I come back.
that cat face like human, how dare he thinking of leaving me? Kim Yoongi looks at his watch and says,
Flight will leave in 1 hour.
Then why I'm here? I should leave. He hurriedly wears his slippers and runs when Yoongi holds his hand.
Let me drop you.
Will you?
I don't deserve your forgiveness, but at least I can help a little.
Then let's go. Please, Yoongi, please don't leave me.